Hello and welcome to the Dan Edwards Show. I am, of course, Dan Edwards. On today's episode, we'll be taking a look back at the action from this past weekend here at House of Pain Wrestling, and we're kicking things off with Reneth from Friday, the 25th of October. The show kicked off with tag team action as one half of the new House of Pain tag team champions, Jackie T, teamed up with the leader of the Black Sheep, the Shepherd, Johnny Sharp, to take on the House of Pain resident pirates of Pinky the Pirate and his first mate, Mr. Riggs. This was a action-packed match with Pinky using his speed and Mr. Riggs using his power, but it was not enough, and it saw Jackie and Johnny picking up the win. It was singles action next as the Barb Oscar Prospero went one-on-one with Alex Rue. Before the match got started, we did see a sit-up contest between the two men and then an arm wrestling match. But as the actual match got going, it was Oscar Prospero picking up the win. The singles action continued next as the last true hooligan, Ruddy, went one-on-one with the suntan Superman, LJ Heron, and it was the veteran of LJ securing the win. In the main event of the night, it was an 8-man tag team elimination Halloween Rumble. The participants were the badly dressed boys of Davey Thompson and Brandon Brooks, teaming up with Reneth's own Kobe Woods and the last son of Odin, Gunnarsson, to take on the team of the Tribal Beef Grayson Clay, Xander Scott, and the Black Sheep's Will Roberts and Johnny Sharp. Two men started the match, and every 2 minutes a new participant would enter the match, and you could only be eliminated by being thrown over the top rope with both feet hitting the floor, and whichever members of a team were remaining would be announced as the winners, and Halloween weapons were legal throughout the match. As the match was coming to a close and all 8 men had entered, Brandon Brooks, who started the match for his team, was left in a 2-on-1 situation against both members of the Black Sheep. Brandon managed to eliminate Will Roberts, leaving it down to himself and Johnny Sharp. As Johnny was going for his crook, a referee with a wolf mask on entered the ring and took the crook off of Johnny. He then revealed himself to be Jaden Law, and this is when Brandon Brooks took advantage, eliminating Johnny Sharp from the match and securing the win for the team. Moving on to St. Anne's now. On Saturday the 26th of October, the show kicked off with tag team action as one half of the tag team champions, Jackie T, teamed up with the Tribal Beef Grayson Clay to take on the team of the Screwdriver Zach Roberts and the Powerhouse Punk Mikey McLovin. And it was Zach and Mikey picking up the win when Zach hit Jackie with a super kick to pick up the pinfall victory. Kyle Crimson came out to the ring next and said that Joseph Starr has been demanding a shot at the Heritage title, and he will consider giving Joe a shot if he can beat his protege, Josh Fenrir. So it was singles action as Josh Fenrir went one-on-one with Joseph Starr. Kyle did try and get involved in the match, and Joe chased him through the ring, which allowed Josh to take advantage and look like he had the match won, but the referee was distracted by Kyle's actions. This allowed Joe enough time to recover and then managed to hit a jumping DDT onto Josh and pinned him while staring a hole through the Heritage Champion. The House of Pain Full Throttle Champion Ethan Griffin came out to the ring next and announced that due to the fact he has a shoulder injury, is unable to compete and will be vacating the Full Throttle Championship. What is next for the Full Throttle Championship is what everybody has been asking, and I can tell you right now that I will be becoming the new Full Throttle Champion. I don't care who I have to go through, I will be winning that title. It was an 8-man tag team match next as Mr. Number 1 Niall Hind teamed up with the Skegness Sexy Boy Owen Ocean, the Last True Hooligan Ruddy, and the House of Pain Heritage Champion Kyle Crimson to take on the team of Tony Allen, the Gladiator Shea Attilus, Jaden Law, and Zach Davey. It eventually came down to Niall and Tony, and Niall was trying to use his gold medal as a weapon, but Tony managed to duck his attempt at punching him with the medal, and he hit an RKO to pin Mr. Number 1. After the interval, the special guest ring announcer James Stevens was holding a Halloween costume contest and complimenting some members of the audience for their costumes. This is when I entered as Stone Cold Dan Edwards, clearly in the best costume in the building, and demanded that I be announced as the winner of the costume contest. James had other ideas and was going to pick some babies in the crowd, saying they had better costumes than me, and told me to leave, which I refused to do. James, being injured, said he wasn't allowed to get physically involved, so invited anybody from the back to come and remove me from the ring. This is when some creepy music started playing and a masked figure dressed as Ghostface snuck into the ring behind me, gave me a chokeslam, and then revealed himself to be the Stormbreaker, Marley Hayden. This was ridiculous, and I clearly won the costume contest. In the main event of the evening, it was a Halloween street fight as the Imperial Dragon teamed up with the Beastess Dolly Dharma to take on Lights Out Lexi Morgan and Kobe Woods. This was an incredibly one-sided beatdown by the Dragon and the Beastess, which eventually saw them handcuffing Kobe to the top turnbuckle, and then the Imperial Dragon powerbombed Lexi through a table set up in the corner. Then both the Dragon and Dolly pinned Lexi to secure the win. Well, that is all I do have time for today, so thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, leave a comment below, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time right here on the Dan Edwards Show.